on them.
And we started recording.
What?
Get ready!
Oh, she just started.
Get ready! It's time.
I'm ready. I got my
You gotta
notes.
go.
Wrote them on my hand today, so I have to be quick. I got sweaty hands. I'll just come right out and say it.
Traditionally sweaty hands.
Just got sweaty hands.
Traditionally,
Yeah, like I remember.
culturally sweaty hands.
I remember being young, like 6th grade.
And they're like, Matthew, come climb on top of the jungle gym with us. You're like,
No, see, I still got good grip strength, but
well, that would come
if
later.
you recall, I don't know, maybe this. All right, so when I was in like 6th grade, maybe even 5th grade, but 6th and 7th grade is when I really discovered that I had sweaty hands, because, you know, in 6th grade, if you had a girlfriend, you know, you didn't talk to each other all day, but then you walked to the buses together, you know?
Yeah.
Then a little
Show
hug
you
before
gotta
you got on the bus.
show the lady to her carriage.
Yeah, exactly. And then a little hug before you got on the bus.
Oh Christ!
And I remember, you know, holding hands was a big thing at the time. And I was like, yeah, I'm not a hand holder guy because I always had sweaty hands. And, you know, sometimes I'd try to time it. I could get to the bathroom and wash my hands beforehand, and then they'd still be sweaty. I got sweaty hands. Like, I mean, they're not bad right now, but like they're not dry hand. Would you consider that a dry hand?
I don't know. I think I have a similar condition.
Maybe we both.
My
have
hands used to
sweaty
be
hands.
straight up clammy, like cold and wet. They're not anymore.
Yeah, I don't get cold and wet. I just get
that. Mine used to, dude. Cold and wet used to be my way of living. It's like, especially when I swam, because that was during like men's swimming was a winter sport, and just my entire life was cold and wet. That's all I knew.
Yeah,
that's all I lived in 24/7.
But how good when you got a moment of dry warmth? How good did it feel?
It was rare because
no, it wasn't.
The chlorine sticks with you. So
I remember
dry and warm. If it was ever dry, it was too dry. Your skin dries. It was so itchy all the time.
Wet all the time.
Well, that was the only
lotion.
It was like
we talked about.
It
was
like
last
being
week,
addicted to heroin. It was exactly like being addicted. Where I'm like, I just need to get right, man. I gotta do butterfly, man. I gotta get soggy. Let me do one breaststroke, man. Let me do 150 freestyle, man. You know I'm good for it. Let me put the lane lines in, man. These are all killing with the swimmer listeners. Killing with them. Come on, man. You know I'm good for it. Stuff like that.
All right. Well, that was everything I had on my list. Sweaty hands. Yeah. But so the reason that this was top of mind is because somebody said the other day, somebody made a comment to me like, "Do you ever write stuff down on your hands?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Really?" And it's two reasons. Well, it's one reason combined of two reasons. I have sweaty hands, and as a child growing up, if you were ever a film aficionado, you knew that generally it was heavy people with sweaty hands would write important things down on their hands, and they would always forget them. That is at least, you can carve out 3 minutes of every movie from the year like 1989 to 2006, and that's a scene in that movie.
Before the Notes app, it was a huge problem for people. They were always losing the stuff that they wrote on their hands.
Well, actually, I don't understand, because to me, I almost never run into a situation where I have a pen but no paper. If anything, it's the other way around. Like, I have something to write on, but I don't have a writing utensil.
You're in the 1% then, man.
No.
You're bragging.
How often do you...
I got paper all over the place.
Look, you could use anything. Boom, like you could write... Boom, if I really needed something, if I had a $1 billion idea right now, I needed to remember, boom, I could write it on the back of this.
I got paper everywhere.
But guess what I don't have right now? A pen.
That's on you, brother.
Do you have a pen on you right now?
I'll never tell. I have 6 pens hidden on my person. If you can find them, I will give you the key to my treasure. But only then. Will you be able to move
Emily,
forward.
Give me the gloves. Give me the latex.
Those won't help you where you're going. Oh, by the way, big news. We're taking over for Jimmy Kimmel. That's very exciting. And,
yeah.
We're going to be taking over live on ABC, so that's going to be good.
Yeah, I'll get us canceled so quick, brother.
Yep. Well, it'll be all right. We'll have a good 3 days, and Emily's the new Colbert, so that's going to be a lot of fun too. We're going to have a really good time. We're taking it to the streets.
Can we get a band?
Yeah, we have to have a band. You have to have
Let's
a
get
band.
the Roots. I know they're sick of Jimmy.
Let's get the Roots.
Fallon?
Yeah.
Let's get the Roots.
Well, Kimmel's back.
Yeah, right.
They're bringing it back. As of today.
I got to make a couple of phone calls.
Kimmel is reinstated.
Shit.
What did
I already spent all the money. I already spent all the Kimmel money. Fuck. Fuck, they're going to break my legs, Matthew. Mickey Mouse is going to break my fucking legs. I spent all the Kimmel money.
Shouldn't have done that.
God damn
That's rule number 1.
Don't spend the Kimmel money.
Don't spend the Kimmel
That's
money.
rule number 1.
Let's
Emily
stop
is
that
still
yet.
taking over for
I was going to say, I'm still Colbert. I am still Stephen Colbert.
She's buying the glasses. She's wearing the glasses right now. God. John Baptiste, underrated band guy. That guy, he's a good musician. That was Stephen Colbert's guy. Why wouldn't we get like Brookhaven? Throw it back. Stick to our roots by getting Brookhaven to be our.
But okay,
fun.
2 drummers, because then we can also have the drummer from the Roots, because that's your guy.
Yeah, obviously.
You would have never learned how to play the drums if it weren't for Questlove.
I would never have come as close to learning to play the drums as I did.
You had Questlove drumsticks,
and they're so cool.
You still have them?
No, I might have them in a box somewhere, but
no drums though.
No drums. You don't need them. Hey man, the city is my drum set. That's a real musician right there. But I read he's got. I read his memoir, which is terrific.
Who's the guy from A Million Ways to Die in the West?
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, you are him in that movie. If you grew up then, if you were alive then, you would have been done.
I do think that is true.
Yeah.
Because his whole thing in that movie is like, this is fucking, we should not be doing this. And I think I would be like that too. Like, remember that? There's a part in that movie, I remember seeing that movie in theaters and being like, this is not very good. But when I put it on a couple of weeks ago, there's a part where he's like explaining how awful living in the West is, and they go out and there's a dead body in the street, and he's like, that's our mayor. He's been dead there for 3 days. And then as he's saying that, a pack of wolves come and like drag off the corpse.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
What are you going to do?
But you know what? I think I would be more like Neil Patrick Harris because I would spend all that money on my mustache. I would have a great Old West mustache.
And then you'd shit yourself.
Folks Fall is here. You know what that means. Back to school. People got to get them lunch snacks going. You got to get the Halloween candy. Last thing you want to do is be stuck running out of candy on Halloween. Good news is you can get all the stuff you need to prepare for fall when you use Instacart. Because with Instacart, you get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door. It makes things so easy. I love getting things delivered, groceries specifically, because I hate going to the grocery store. It's a thing on my to-do list that I can't stand. So I get my stuff delivered. You go into the app, it's like boom, bang, boom, this is what I want. And then you can keep going with other things. You get so much done, and the groceries are on their way to you. It's the perfect situation. But the best part is right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you got to do is spend $10, baby. And we all know that the delivery fees is how they get you. So take that right off. All you got to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description, start making things easier on yourself, and start using Instacart today. Folks, as the seasons change, maybe your wardrobe needs a little updating, okay? And there's no better place to do that than snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. The merch we've got over there is top frickin' quality, okay? We would not cheap out on that. Because nothing makes me angrier than getting a shirt from an organization or podcast or whatever it is, and it comes and it's that cheap brand. You know, it's like one of those things where they have like 1,000 of them printed and then they just mail them off to like people who as needed. No, all this stuff is made to order and it's top quality. T-shirts, my God, I love them. They're so comfortable. The long sleeves, the hoodies, can't beat that. But we've also got mugs, slides, bucket hats, pint glasses, fanny packs, all kinds of stuff on there. But don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Again, snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Links in the episode description. And if you're interested in advertising on the show, you can reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching tens of thousands of listeners in this whole Buffalo area and beyond. Podcasting, everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing the podcast advertising now. Every car company is advertising on podcasts. State Farm, McDonald's. It's carved out such a large chunk of the ad market, and that's only going to grow, especially because of the host-read ad things that is typical for most podcasts. It's a big deal. That's why you see companies with ad budgets where they do like commercials on the Super Bowl moving into the podcasting space, and it's very cool. But the problem is local businesses, small companies need to start getting in on it, but that's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in advertising on the show or just learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, hit us up, reach out to us at snackspotsports@gmail.com. Dude, remember when I was talking about the Old West because I was watching that Deadwood show?
Yeah.
There's an episode of that show that is all about, because it takes place in, let me remember. I believe the first year of that show is 1872. So
great year.
A pretty
good year.
Pretty good year. Pretty good year. And there's a I think in season 2 there's an episode that is all about one of the bartenders in the town gets a bicycle. That's the episode. So everybody in town, and it's a classic big wheel on the front, and so everybody in town is like, they're making bets on how, if he'll be able to stay on it for like this all the way down the main road. So it's like a huge, everybody comes out of their houses for like the inaugural ride, and it's honestly, to borrow a term, absolutely electric, because he's on the dirt, and then he's got to go up on the sidewalk, which is made of like wood planks or whatever, and he's holding on for dear life, and he's got this crazy fucking Old West top hat on. I mean, that's television. That's television. I don't want to spoil it. I'm
glad that we brought this up. Why was that the original design for the bicycle?
That's a good question. I wonder if I could
let me
ponder
I'll
that.
do it.
No, I bet you I'll find it first. Hold on. Bike. Nope. Bike design. Yeah, that's what I meant. BKR design. Design your BKRs. Dude, I've been thinking about getting my BKRs remodeled, actually.
All right. I know why it was.
Okay. Enlighten us.
Early bicycles didn't have chain drives or gear systems. The pedals were attached directly to the front wheel. The bigger wheel, the bigger the wheel, the farther you travel with each rotation. The large wheel meant you would, in theory, go faster. And then also the roads were bumpy, so a big wheel rolled over obstacles like stones and ruts more easily, giving a somewhat smoother ride than a small-wheeled bike.
Dude, you know what they say, the bigger the wheel.
And then it was also a status.
The bigger the wheel, the smoother the ride. Am I right, brother? Sock it to me. All right, next one.
But it doesn't make sense, though, because I feel like at that point in time, to your point, the large wheel made it significantly more dangerous.
But didn't they just say it was smoother for going over rocks and dirt?
But
and
it did say it was dangerous, because then it goes on to say it was also more dangerous because if you did fall off, like you would likely get injured,
that's
and
a big fall. Then
you're probably just dead. Like if you got, as we've discussed many of times, minor scratches are taking years off your life at that point in time.
Yeah,
you're guaranteed dysentery. Boom, you're signing yourself up for some type of something.
You know what I'll tell you though? They're in the first.
And how did they get on them?
That's the fun part. You gotta Spider-Man your way. It's basically to do it on your
structures that
to
tall.
do it on your own is pretty much impossible. Like you need some kind of boost from somebody to get on a bike by yourself. Back then, it was a 2-person job. All bicycles were tandem in that sense.
This is like that Nardwuar thing where he's like, "Oh my God, how do you keep your pants on while you're on stage?" And he just goes, "Belt." It's like, don't you think the answer is just like stool? Like,
I don't even think they had stools.
People have been getting on horses since like the dawn
It's easier
of
to get on a
time.
horse than a bike than an old-timey bike.
Oh my God, Emily.
But you need a fucking step stool to do it.
Emily, but guess what? When you get on a horse, it's got 4 legs.
A living creature that could just get pissed.
Over.
You don't think the bikes had a kickstand?
They
No!
did. If I brought... Do you think the old-timey bikes had kickstands?
You didn't know what
Look that up,
kickstands
Matthew.
were.
Look up if the first design had a
It didn't have a
kickstand.
kickstand. I'll tell you
I mean,
right now.
I don't think so either.
No.
That would be a really good idea, but I don't think that. But also, if
A
you,
little
if you get on the if they did have kickstands, once you get up there,
How do you
take
kick the
kick
kickstand
the kickstand
Yeah.
off?
Emily, your logic is so flawed.
If I brought a horse in here,
I can't wait to make a clip of this.
if I brought a horse in here, if I put a horse in the middle of this room, it would stand on its own, and we'd all be able to hop onto it and ride it in the sunset.
Yeah.
If I brought a big old-timey bike in here, if I got that thing through the door and put it in the middle of the room,
Have
and I
either
set
of
it up,
you
it would
been
fall
on a
down.
horse?
Yeah, and
Yes.
I don't fuck with horses. I think have I
Matthew,
either
I don't
way.
know. It's not
Well, let
really
me-
a
well,
story,
let me-
but
yeah.
essentially Matthew's soul is cursed, and horses can
hate
sense
me.
that. Yeah.
Horses hate me. Listen. If you brought a horse in here, I think we could all get on it. If you brought an
Without a doubt.
old-timey bike in here, I still guarantee you I could get on it, but I don't know that you and Emily could.
Matthew, why'd you have to bring it to there? First of all, you and I were on the same side. Go fuck yourself. Why
I
do you
just
have to
wanted
do
to
that?
make it clear that I could get on.
I could
ride
get on
it.
a big old-timey bike too. Let's get one in here right now. Let's go ahead, find one. I'm sure there's one on Facebook
So
Marketplace.
that's exactly where I was going.
But I think that we'd have an easier time getting on a horse than we would on a bike.
All I'm saying is, like, people have been getting onto tall, rideable things for a long time, and you don't think they were using, like, a stool to get on this bike?
It's part of the human
You
experience.
think you had to, like, know how to walk on stilts and then transfer
now-
from stilt to bike and then, like...
Well, that was the only way of getting around back then, before cars. It was either stilt or bike was the fastest way to get from town to town. Salesmen would travel on their stilts with hats stacked on their heads. for
Here
miles.
we go. Here we go.
Wait, what are you looking for?
Did you find a penny-farthing on Facebook
Yeah, I
Marketplace?
did. 2 miles away from where we sit right now.
Oh my God, I saw
And it's
something.
in mint condition.
Holy shit.
High wheel bone shaker, 48-inch penny
Bone
farthing replica
shaker.
bicycle. But it's a working
But it's
bike.
a bone shaker, baby.
Dude,
I think, but
guess
I
how
think
much
we're,
one of these motherfuckers runs you.
I think we're off the discussion of
Guess how much it
How-
runs you?
$200.
No.
$35.
No.
Those are the only two numbers I know.
No. Emily, any guesses?
About, like, is this Facebook Marketplace?
Facebook Marketplace. Cost of this bike.
Mint condition, you
It
say?
looks really good. It is a replica, but it's in really good condition.
Okay.
But it's a working bike. It's a
What did
working-
Andrew guess? $200 and then $35?
Yes.
Those are the only two numbers I know.
I'm going to say closer to, like, $800.
$800?
That is well, you didn't give me a number.
Well, she said $800.
I'll say $850. $850.
850 is very close. Certainly closer than 35 or 200.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, I guess. What is it?
Final guess. I'll give you a final rebuttal.
My final fucking guess is $35.
Emily,
I said it already.
final guess.
1100. Did I overshoot it?
You overshot it, and this is Price is Right rules. So
Right,
Andy
right,
does win. 875 or best offer. I would
was
assume.
Or
fucking
best
close.
offer. So maybe I was
$35,
right.
you know.
30 right now 35 is the best
Just
offer.
got posted though. 2 miles away from here. I could run and go get it, and then ride it back
So
by the time the show's over.
I think where we're landing on this is not like how did they get on the bike. It's that it would in fact be more easier to get on a horse if standing in the middle of this room than it would be to get on a bike by yourself standing in the middle of this room.
Yes, because you can't straddle it like you can a regular bike. You know what I mean? You can't have both
'Cause it's
feet
gonna
on the
tip
ground
over, yeah.
and be on the seat.
Yeah.
Wheels too big. So like the second, yeah, it's I think I know how you do it though. I think you have you have a pedal up.
Wait, I think I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I believe that there was some kind of I think in the show, in the Deadwood episode actually, they would you got to leapfrog on it. You would just jump really forward.
Not how I would do it.
But I think that's how they did it.
What you do. Okay, I'm on the right side of the bike. The bike's on my left. I got my hands up on both handlebars, and I have the right pedal up. And you go right foot on the right pedal, and you push to give the bike some momentum, and then you're up, and then you swing the other leg over, and then you're taking off.
Could be.
I think that's how you do it. That would be my strat.
It's worth a shot.
I don't think you leapfrog it. Again, if it's stationary,
I'm telling you, I'm not saying that's the best way to do it. I'm saying that's what they did.
If it's stationary when you get on it,
you have to jump,
and you're not supported by anything else, then you're just going to fall.
It's
going to tip over.
This thing does say that people would get on them while moving. You get it moving and then kind of
get it moving and then you jump on a pedal and then
Because really they're not as high as exaggerated. You know what I mean?
Because I'm picturing them super.
This picture,
the wheel is 48 inches big, so it's a 4 foot tall. I mean, that's pretty big. It's a 4 foot tall wheel, but really,
but the seat is lower than the max.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway,
is it?
It's a little bit lower than the top of the wheel. The one I'm looking at
for aerodynamics. That's as aerodynamic as they could make. Seat
is. Look at that. Seat is on top of the top wheel.
Oh, the one I was looking at.
That's pretty tall.
Oh my God, that's a crazy looking vehicle.
Jesus Christ.
You need cooling.
I think I want one.
Maybe I'm not fooling. Speaking of old timey things, if I may.
What is this back here? Also, I want to point out.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Picture the bike is leaning against the garage to be taken pictures of. No kickstand.
If they were selling the horse, I wouldn't need to lean that against garage.
This one also, pirate bike.
The Jolly Roger itself, flying high. Now we have to get it. That's why it's $875.
Because it's got
a little skull and crossbones on there.
It's a pirate bike.
Yar.
Yo ho yo.
Instead of the crow's nest, you have one guy pedaling, and then you have one guy sitting in the basket in front. It's land ho. All right, my pirate bike riff did not take.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
What are you looking at now, man?
Honestly, I was looking at spam link because I was on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
and then
when in Rome.
When in Rome, do as the. Have you ever bought anything on Facebook Marketplace?
No,
neither have I. But some people I know are very passionate about it.
It's very popular.
Scroll it regularly.
It's a good place.
As if it's its own form of social media.
In a way it is. You find a lot of good stuff on there. There was a usable replica of Fred Flintstone's car for $250. Somebody was just trying to get rid of it.
Was it just the toy?
No.
Fisher Price?
No, it was full sized. You could get in it.
See, that's the shit that it's that you should have bought. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, just buy it. Because,
you never know when you're going to need it.
Well, and then, imagine if you wanted to go as the Flintstones for Halloween one year. And you could down. You know what I'm saying?
Take you a long time to get there, but when you did.
You think it's hard? You think it's hard to push?
Yeah, it's made out of stones.
Is it really made out of stone? Is it functional?
I don't know.
Or is it not functional?
I believe it was functional.
Well, it can't be that hard to push then.
I suppose.
Although Fred Flintstone was strong.
You had to be back in those days.
And that little fuck Bam Bam, he was quick.
Yeah, Bam Bam's speedy. But Bam Bam was Barney's kid.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you get one of him, you throw him in the car too. Get that thing going. What?
Kid powered cars.
Not a bad idea. People are so worried about all these fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Start using children.
You know what we have a limited number of fossil fuels. You know what we got a fuck ton of?
Children.
Kids. Jesus Christ. God. My brain's hurting. I can't solve the economic problems of the world. That's too much. That's too much for me.
That's too much for you
it's
today?
Too big of a burden. Okay, coming up with all these great
you
ideas.
could, you just don't feel like it.
Exactly. It's the way to heavy lies the crown.
Heaviest
that uses children to power cars.
Heaviest
what
lies
do you think Epstein
the
was
crown.
doing on that island? Car experiments. That's why they shut him down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he was figuring out a way to use
why Hillary
cars
Clinton
to fly
killed him.
planes. Speaking of old-timey things, I watched a movie on Netflix called Thursday Murder Club. It's got Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Ben Kingsley.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's old people.
Pierce Brosnan and Ken Bigsby.
Ken Bigsby. It's got Academy Award winner Ken Bigsby, and they're like old people, and they live in a retirement home, and they have a club where they like solve cold cases and stuff. So it's a murder mystery movie. It wasn't that good, but it got me thinking about, I've been known to do a little acting in my day.
Yeah.
And and I know you don't know who they are,
nope.
but take my word for it that Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, and Ben Kingsley are like big actors.
Okay.
And certainly in their day, like had some huge roles.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like very well-renowned actors.
Just
take my word
I've never
for
heard
it.
of. Yeah, it must have been huge.
But do you even know who Paul Newman is?
Yeah. I know who Paul Newman is.
You know who Paul Newman is?
Yeah, film study, dude.
He knows him from the dressing.
Well, yeah. No.
Newman's Own.
Newman's Own.
That's Lemonade.
They make a lot of stuff.
He makes a lot of stuff.
That's Paul Newman?
Yeah, that's Paul Newman. That's the actor Paul Newman.
See, now I don't know if you're fucking with me or not.
I wish we were, but
so
no,
he
that's
started
a
his
Matrix
own
thing. Yeah, he just was like...
It all goes to charity.
He just had a passion for making salad dressing, like Paul Rudd, when Paul Newman was alive.
I don't know that I've ever had a Newman salad dressing.
They're everywhere.
I know. I'm
It's
not
hard
saying
not
they
to.
are, but
I've definitely had some.
Listen, I stick to the stuff you know. I'm a Hidden Valley guy. I'm a what's the good Caesar? Ken's?
Yeah, if you want. I don't like it.
The
I like a store brand. I like a Wegmans garlic Caesar. That's my favorite.
Is that what it is? Ken's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken's. Yeah, Ken's Creamy C's, really?
It's just not my favorite. Also, I don't like a dressing bottle. I like the ones that you have to squeeze. I don't like a dump. I don't like a pour. And Ken's doesn't have a squeeze nozzle. It's just
some of them do.
No.
Also, are you a heavy dressing guy or a light dressing guy?
Come on, man. You know me. What do you think?
Light dressing?
No.
I'm a heavy dressing guy. I
heavy
like
dressing
every
all
piece.
the way.
I wish
How
I could
many times have we
individually dip my
described-
pieces of lettuce. Like I'm making a cutlet. Like hit him with the egg wash. Every piece of lettuce should have a Caesar wash.
I mean, how many times have we talked about the way we do pancakes on here?
Dude.
Pancakes is the salad of breakfast, and that's actually kind of
don't
true.
even get me started
That's actually
on
kind of
pancakes.
true. No, I don't want to because
'Cause-
you've been talking about breakfast so fucking much.
Yeah, 'cause
Emily
it's
had to make a
delicious.
clip about you talking about rye bread.
Well, I was
That's
just
what
about
we
to
had
bring
to
up the
do.
bread because
Well,
remember I
don't!
called. Remember, dude, after we did that, I called you and I said, "Dude, I'm on to something." I said I did get to rye today with the guy sitting next to me, friend of the show, Alex Bauer, sourdough. So now I got to go sourdough and see how that flies.
I do not want to do a bread podcast.
Dude, I could talk strictly about bread.
That sounds like a nightmare.
No, because no, I won't.
I'm not anti-bread, but I'm saying
I
talking
won't.
about. Welcome back to
Costanza
Bread
roll.
Pie. Welcome back
Gas.
to the Bread Podcast.
Subway Italian
you know
herbs
what
and
I
cheese.
like
Gas.
Sesame bread is good. I don't know if you've had whole wheat, but that's pretty good.
I don't fuck with whole wheat. Whole grain, I can do.
I like gosh, what's that other
See,
bread
this is
I
you
like?
doing this. I
like,
was talking about pertinent information. I was filling the listeners in on my journey to eat different kinds of toasts.
every man and woman must go on their own bread journey. This is the story of one man's venture from rye to sourdough.
I'll say one last thing because I know you used to work at Subway. So
yeah.
the Italian herbs and cheese is the superior bread at Subway. But here's the problem: if you get a toasted sub, sometimes it gets over toasted. For whatever reason, I feel like Subways generally undercook the Italian herbs and cheese a little bit in a good way. Or sometimes you'll just get like an overcooked batch too, even if you don't toast your sub. In a slightly undercooked Italian herbs and cheese, the greatest roll you can eat a sandwich on. Although, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go off on a tangent here.
Terrific.
Because I've been a Subway supporter for a long time, I think.
Yeah.
Sitting in this seat today where I stand, and I've had Subway recently, Subway sucks. Subway's not good.
How dare you insult my alma mater? How dare you?
Because...
How dare you start the place of my birth, where I became a man.
Like, if you get like
became a man
the rotisserie chicken has come along, is really taking
well, the
Subway
science,
to
that's just science had to catch up with the technology for that.
But, like, if you get a lunch meat sub,
yeah,
it's just never going to be good. You're never going to get the right ratio ever on a Subway sub of, like, meat to bread to other ingredients.
You're saying this is what it is now, but it was different back in the day.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because, I mean, now, well, actually, I think they've started to get, they're bumping up the prices, so I think they've started to realize that they were getting away with absolute murder. But if you think a couple years ago, maybe just like after the $5 footlong truly went away, but before, when it was still, like, relatively inexpensive, like, if you ordered a 6-inch sub, let's say, you got, I think, 4 thin slices of turkey.
Which is, yes, that's the standard.
On a 6-inch roll.
Yeah, that's how they do it. It's 4 for a 6, 8 for a foot.
I mean, you're hearing what you're saying, though, right? Like, but the bread it's rolled over, but it doesn't even touch barely. You know what I mean? Like, I know they do the fold. If it's not already folded, sometimes it's pre-folded.
Yeah. I think now they just throw. I went to Subway a while ago and they were just throwing meat on there, and I was like,
I think that's. But you know what? People don't.
That's a shit
job.
People
aren't artists anymore. People don't care anymore.
Well, because it's hard to be. It's not. There's not there's not a dignity to being a sandwich artist anymore. And Subways are notoriously difficult franchises to keep afloat. Like, if you're trying to franchise a business, Subway's is just about as bad as it can get. Their licensing agreements are like insane.
Is it? Because yeah.
So you got to own
there's a lot of Subways
a bunch
around.
of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of Subways around. But you're right. Subways do be going out of business.
Subways do be going out of business. They do be going out of business.
Yeah.
God.
What are the stipulations about, like, I know we've said this before, but, like, why have we not licensed the Tijuana Flats yet? Like, is that allowed?
I don't know if it's legal. Yeah, I don't know if it's legal this far north. I haven't the slightest idea.
Because they don't want to?
It's some
Because, dude, I'll tell you what would fucking crush.
A lot of Civil War laws.
I would tell you what would crush here, mostly because I would eat there every day, is a fucking Tijuana Flats.
It's called investment, okay? I own the business. I put money back into the business. That's investing 101. It's like Julian Polanski or whatever from Wolf of Wall Street. I'm a Julian Polanski, basically. I own the business. I put money back into the business. That's how it's going to be successful. Jordan Belfort, that's the motherfucker.
Jordan Polanski?
I think I said Julian Polanski.
Julian Polanski.
Hey, I'm Julian Polanski. How many stocks can I put you down for? Listen, hey. Hi there. Is the Mr. or Mrs. of the house home? You go ahead and say it. Is Mr. or Mrs. of the house home? You go ahead. And now you go ahead. Is it Mr. or Mrs. of the house home?
No hablo inglés.
Perfect. I've got some stocks that have come in front of me that are very, very impressive right now. Have you ever heard of the Kit Kat bar?
No stocks. No,
have you ever heard of the Kit Kat bar?
No Kit Kat. No hablo inglés.
Let me break you off a piece. Let me break you off a piece of this stock right here. I almost fucking had it. God damn it. That felt like a sale. Hello, what the fuck? Did you hear that? I'm hanging up on that one. Jesus Christ. Oh, is Mrs. Household? And then you say?
Yes, this is him.
Is this the Obama residence?
I don't want your fucking stocks, pussy.
Okay, I didn't even say.
I know you fucking call it. Freddie! Freddie!
Oh,
I got fucking Julian Polanski on the phone trying to call us about fucking stocks again.
Listen, sir, I apologize for your investment did not go the way that you thought, but we, of course, are not responsible for the fluctuations in the market. Now, I know you've been burned before, but there is no better time to buy than when a stock goes very low. I have something in front of me right now that I think you'll want to really break off a piece of. Have you ever heard of the Kit Kat bar? It's wafers on top of chocolate. Now, listen, I know what you're thinking. How do they do it? Well, it's very simple. Wafers come from trees. God damn it. Fuck, that felt like a sale. Fuck, that was so close. God damn it. I feel like I almost had that one. Shit. Come on. I forgot my own name for a sec. Come on, Julian. You gotta pick yourself up. Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. Hello, is Mr. Hello, is Mr. and Mrs. Househome? Hello, is Mr. and Mrs. Househome? Papa? God damn it. That's his ex-wife's house.
Yeah.
Listen, Lisa, I know that I wasn't as good to you as I should have been. And I know that the things that I done have been bad for our relationship and my relationship with my son. And I know that it's not been easy for you. And that I have made things difficult for the people closest to me. But I have something on my desk right now that is very exciting. Have you ever heard of Kit Kats? Lisa, please don't hang up. It's wafers covered in chocolate.
How do they do it?
How do they? I know what you were thinking. How do they do it? Well, it's very simple.
Well,
I want to talk about the...
yeah, sure.
So, Helen Mirren and stuff.
Oh, fuck.
The old people.
Yeah.
So, I watched it. It wasn't that good because it
okay, continue. It wasn't that good because why?
Well, I thought it was going to be a little more of like a standard murder mystery, but instead it fell more into the vein of like the old people movies, like 80 for Brady style. You don't know 80 for Brady? Oh, Matthew. So there's a whole genre of films that are about like... I guess they're not made by old people, but they star old people. Because they can't be made by old people for old people.
It could be.
But they're about, it's like Jane Fonda and 3 other white women get together. This is all of these movies. Jane Fonda and 3 other white women get together, and then they like show how, you know, they still got it. And it's basically like not sexually, but pornography for old people, because these movies are all like, you know, young men are like, hey, they still got it. And then it's like in this murder mystery one that I just watched, this woman has a fight with her daughter, and then at the very end of the movie, the daughter shows up and is like, Mom, you were right. I can't believe it. You were right the whole time. You still got it, and all that stuff. That's what like these movies are for, and they kind of stink. Actually, they totally stink. But I would love to have the opportunity to be in one of them one day. That is my goal. So now I've been expressing it here. I don't know how to get there, but all I want is to be in like 80 for Brady, Book Club, maybe not Wild Hogs. That's kind of younger. Thursday Night Murder, whatever it takes. I will be the face of Cream-Of-Wheat. I'll be the face of Life Alert.
Dude, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't ever sleep on Cream-Of-Wheat.
Let's do the fucking Who Would Win. Because this podcast needs to end.
I know it does, but let me talk right.
Dude, no.
They used to have.
What you're saying is why it needs to stop.
No.
I know exactly where this story is going.
They used to have Cinnabon Cream-Of-Wheat.
There it is.
You knew? How did you know that?
You told this story not very long ago.
Oh, damn. There's no way. I haven't had it in like 3 years. It had to have been so long ago, Emily. It had to have been so long ago. Emily, fuck you. Andy, do Who Won of the Week.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
What do you think is
Shut up. Shut up.
Emily,
who would win of the week this week?
Emily, throw up a fucking poll right now. What's better? Sitting here listening to Andrew do fake phone calls and then talk about fucking old people porn, or me expressing my love for Cream-Of-Wheat?
Porn out of it. Leave the old people porn out of it.
I'm passionate about something.
Andrew's gonna take my mic away, I feel.
I would never do that. As a man, as an ally to feminism,
Then
I would
Matthew
never
might.
silence you. Well, yeah, that's a different
Matthew
story.
might.
Matthew might.
I'm selling the podcast. I'm selling it to James Bigby and Diane's, so whoever the hell, whatever their names were.
The who would win of the week this week? Fuck. The who would win of the week this week is Spiral Kraft Macaroni and Cheese versus SpaghettiOs. Let me tell you something right now. SpaghettiOs are trash. They're disgusting, and the people who eat them are disgusting. Spiral Macaroni and Cheese is elegance personified. It's delicious. It's unbeatable. It's dynamic. It's a delight to have in your mouth. SpaghettiOs is when you are on your last fucking step. Does that make sense? Yes, I think it does.
So
when you are at your wit's end, the only thing there is a SpaghettiOs. And the fact that you can eat it cold is disgusting. And I think there are people out there that prefer it cold. You have to cook the spiral macaroni and cheese, and that's a benefit to it.
So when is the last time you have you ever had SpaghettiOs?
No, and I never will. Let me say this about SpaghettiOs as well. Spiral macaroni and cheese comes in a cardboard box.
Oh, dude,
SpaghettiOs comes in a can.
This is
SpaghettiOs have been isolated in their ivory fucking tower for their whole lives. Ooh, we're SpaghettiOs. They should be behind bars is where they should be.
This was part of my argument as well. But first of all, I'll say this. We were not Chef Boyardee people growing up, and I agree for the longest time I thought it was gross. And then one time I had beefaroni. Chef Boyardee beefaroni, which is not different than SpaghettiOs.
I know.
But I realized, like, holy shit, this stuff is gas.
When I worked for a certain public access station, we would have these remote shoots in this hot-ass production van, and there was a man who I worked with who, for lunch, would bring 2 cans of Chef Boyardee products, and he would eat them out of the can, no heating them up, in the hot-ass
Well,
van.
yeah, they were already warm. In the hot van.
Disgusting.
But hey, we're not talking about that guy, okay? Here's the thing is, people sleep on them, but I think they're actually a lot better tasting than you would expect.
I don't care about the taste. I care about the attitude. I care about the truth. That's what I care about.
All right, regardless. So I think right away you're sleeping on SpaghettiOs a little bit because you have a personal vendetta against them. Again, I'll say this, and I've said it before. This game is about integrity. You have to put personal vendetta aside.
How dare you?
All right, let me finish. So I'm glad that you brought up the packaging thing because I was thinking about this too. So SpaghettiOs are canned. Spiral mac and cheese comes in a box. And let me preface it with this. Again, just we're talking about integrity. I love spiral mac and cheese. I don't know why it tastes so different. I can't explain it.
The shape.
But it is so good. But you said it yourself. There's a reason that spiral mac and cheese comes in a flimsy little cardboard box and SpaghettiOs must be canned. And it's because SpaghettiOs, to your point, maybe they should be in prison, okay? Maybe they should be doing a little hard time, right? But guess what? Is that my phone vibrating?
Yeah.
Let me get that out of there. Well, why'd you look at me like that, like with disgust?
I was thinking about SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs would beat the fuck out of spiral mac and cheese.
No. Because
here's the thing. We're talking cooked, too, okay, right?
Yep.
You've already got your cheese and your butter and your milk.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's I'm going to give spiral mac and cheese the best advantage that it can have and be made with the proper products. No,
Terrific. Now you keep going. You just let me know when you're done because I'm going to wait for that.
Also, if you look at you kind of took my point and tried to use it for yourself, but I think it actually hurt you very significantly because I think SpaghettiOs are way tougher than Spiral Mac and Cheese. Spiral Mac and Cheese is a bunch of soft, little mushy, little. Oh, we're just here to have fun and be Spiral Mac and Cheese. They're gonna get the fuck kicked out of them. Here's the other thing: even if Spiral Mac and Cheese wanted to try to go on the offense and attack and like try to spear the SpaghettiOs, guess what? Go right through them,
Matthew,
idiots.
Fool.
And also, the sauce for SpaghettiOs, like the sauce it comes in, has to be. I'm just gonna throw out an estimate number: 10,000 times more acidic than. The mac and cheese. It might just if you poured a can of SpaghettiOs on top of mac and cheese,
it completely nullifies the acidic effect of SpaghettiOs.
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
Can I? Okay, so here's the thing.
That's because you're missing the point there. That's how acidic the SpaghettiO sauce is. I mean, if you're
missing the point of how effective the cheese of Kraft mac and cheese spirals is.
If you looked at an open can of SpaghettiOs, you would have heartburn.
Yes, that's true, and that's me. Now, Spiral Mac and Cheeses. Sure, SpaghettiOs on the streets, they're the toughest cat around. But Spiral Mac and Cheese, Matthew, it's an elite military unit.
If it was, they wouldn't keep it in a cardboard box.
It can survive through that. That's basically the basic training of the Spiral Mac and Cheese.
It's not about survival in their world. It's not about survival, though. You're looking at it all wrong.
The spiral shape, obviously, it twists. It moves. They attack like a series of daggers flying as quick as they can. I'm not done, man.
They're going to go right. Yes, it goes right through the SpaghettiOs.
You fool! You idiot! You're not seeing what they could do because. It's not just one Spiral Mac and Cheese that's going through the loop. It's many of them, and they break apart the thin, disgusting spaghetti ring that is the SpaghettiO, shatter it, move on to the next one, because that's what they do. It's the fucking SEAL Team 6 of stovetop dinners.
Like, you know in 300 where they make the rock and all the arrows hit their shields?
Yeah.
It would be like that, except for instead of being a shield, it would just go right through them.
That doesn't make a lick of sense.
You know what it would be? It'd be in Avengers when somebody shoots something at Doctor Strange and he circles it and it goes one way and then circles it and it goes right back at him.
That's it. What? SpaghettiOs can't create portals.
No, I know, but they are themselves a portal. It wouldn't come back, but it would go through.
But what I'm telling you, man,
it would hit the wall on the other side, and then it would. The
spaghetti noodle, the SpaghettiO noodle, circular noodle, is wimpy. And just a couple of spiral. Okay, make sure you keep the audio on for this part. The Spiral Mac and Cheeses. Here's 4 Spiral Mac and Cheese right here at the end of my finger. That's the whole fight.
They're not gonna,
they go on the next
no, they don't. They're not going to go.
It's an elite military operation. That's what the Spiral Mac and Cheese brings to the table. They are destroying SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs have been isolated in that stupid
SpaghettiOs
so
are
long.
like SpaghettiOs
they have
are
no
like
idea.
SpaghettiOs are like the Davy Jones Locker crew. They've been living sealed, mushy, soggy for so long. And when they get out, they just wreak havoc.
Yeah, and how do they fare in those movies, actually? How do they fare in those movies? How do they make out? How do they make out at the end? Depends on what part.
Yeah. Once Davy Jones dies, but they're not Davy Jones. I'm just saying that's like the way that they are when they take over. They're the meanest ship in the whole ocean.
And who gains control of them? The Royal British fucking Navy. And that is what the Spiral Mac and Cheese unit is.
Spiral Mac and Cheese is not the Royal Navy. The Spiral Mac and Cheese is like...
I'm telling you it is.
And I'm telling you it's not. That's the stupidest thing you could ever imagine.
That's not true, actually.
Yes,
I think it's really cool. I think it's actually really cool and smart. I think it's actually a really cool, smart thing that I said. So...
That was Tim Robinson. That was Detroiters. You just tried to Detroiters my ass.
Hey, if it works, it works,
It did
brother.
it. I just made
Shout
you
out
more
to
mad.
Mr. Bones.
I didn't even
Wait, I got to tell you about this thing I saw.
I'm taking SpaghettiOs. And again, I'll put it on the record. I like spiral mac and cheese better, although I do also like SpaghettiOs. You are you're not seeing the whole picture because you're so...
Every time you start to lose a good win, you try to come after... I'm so erect
about spiral mac and cheese, and you're so disgusted by the fact of SpaghettiOs. Ooh, I'm
disgusted
sorry. My name's
by
not
the fact
Andrew,
that you think they can win.
Eat filet mignon for dinner every day. I can't possibly fathom eating food out of a can. Guess what?
I eat plenty of food out of cans. Creamed corn. I love creamed corn. I'll cream a corn all day.
I do
but
love
SpaghettiOs are
When's the last time you had creamed corn?
2 days ago.
Liar.
Prove
you
it.
haven't had creamed
Prove
corn
it.
in
Check
years.
my poop.
I
Check my
bet
poop.
you haven't had creamed corn in years.
Prove it. Check my poop.
When's
man.
the last time you
Check
ate something
my
out of a can?
Poop.
I want to know when the last time you ate something out of a can was.
2 days ago, and I had creamed corn.
You didn't have creamed corn 2 days ago.
Check my poop.
Swear.
I'm what?
That you had creamed corn 2 days ago.
Fuck.
Emily got his ass. When's the last time you had you ate something out of a can? Yeah. Yeah.
Listen.
Little prissy bitch.
Listen. I'm elitist. Without a doubt. I think I've made that very clear multiple times on here. I have no problem with that. SpaghettiOs are gross.
We're not
talking about this. We're not talking about this. We're talking about who would win in the fight. You're trying to bring it away. Every time you start to lose, you attack my integrity. You attack my integrity. I'm oozing with integrity. I am gooey with integrity, like the delicious spiral mac and cheese.
I'm taking SpaghettiOs.
And I'm taking spiral mac and cheese because that's a winner.
Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Spiral mac and cheese versus SpaghettiOs. Andy, I'll give you this as our closing remarks. I actually don't know if you like SpaghettiOs because you're not really a red sauce guy.
Yeah, I
like a chicken parm.
Of course, and if I get a chicken parm, I like a side of ziti
with red sauce.
With red sauce, but I really so I'll get it. Yeah, red sauce is like a side to me mostly in most cases.
You don't necessarily often order a pasta dish
with red sauce straight up.
You go more of an Alfredo or maybe a linguine with clam sauce or
God. Now I'm erect.
Something buttery, wine related.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like that too. I do love it all though. That's all I got for today, folks.
I'm just thinking about a SpaghettiO version of like
linguine with
clams. Yeah.
No, that's where we can draw the line.
And I might eat. That I might eat in a hot van. I might eat that in a hot van, as the saying goes.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.